The defending champion looms large. Two titles in 2 seasons. Nate's name already carries weight, a quiet dynasty in the making. Yet every gate reloads the question: fresh fields, new pedigrees, challengers who've waded through winter. 16 races today, three of them stakes. The first of 31 that will define the year. Race days stretch ahead, spaced across the months. Into the heat of summer, a calendar carved in anticipation. And for the first time, owner bred horses will chase the Triple Crown. Personal stakes in pixels and bloodlines. Today opens with history. The Lewis Downs Downhill Season Kickoff Spectacular. The very first downhill race in league history. A bold plunge to start the card at the league's home in the swamp. Then to Saudi Arabia at the close of the day. The final two races carry familiar weight. The Saudi Cup and the Red Sea Turf Handicap. Both run for the third time, both etched deeper into our shared story. The artistry endures, the perfectly timed claim, the bold breeding decision, even if that steed exists only in pixels and Excel spreadsheets. As part of Chris Lewis's Google Sheets-based horse racing simulation Dynasty Fantasy League, welcome to the first race day of Season 3. And we welcome you to that first day of Season 3 here at HRFL. Alongside Chris Lewis and Nate Willett, I am Jimmy Rakes, your stride-by-stride guide for today's action. As we noted in the intro, two separate venues today. So without further ado, let's check the weather in both spots. First off, at the Swamp, Lewis Downs, no rain today. The dirt track will be running fast, the turf running firm, and the synthetic track also running fast. Over in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at the King Abdulaziz racetrack, also no rain. The dirt and synthetic tracks both running fast, and the turf running firm. All right, that sets the stage early on. Let's send it over to Chris Lewis to get our pregame festivities going. Chris.
Thanks, Jimmy. Great monologue, good intro. I was a little
Thanks,
rusty
buddy.
on switching the slides at the right time.
That's all right.
So hey everyone, welcome back. Season 3. You guys are all the best. And we got a newcomer this year, Guy. So yeah, today is a big day. The first day, there are some huge races. These are the 7 highest paying races of the year. 2 of them are today. And that includes, we're introducing downhill racing. Um, There's the hill that, of course, has always been right next to Lewis Downs. We've now built a track on it by the Hall of Stakes winners and the new plaza with statues of some of our winningest horses of all time. There's Guy and his little one joining the league, checking out the statues and what's to be seen over there. You guys might recall Jesse and Casey leaving. There they go. All right, so downhill racing. We got the Lewis Downs Downhill Season Kickoff Spectacular, Day 1 6 race. That's going to be the first race we watch after the pregame show. If you had missed it, there's a spot on the homepage with downhill racing, and it explains the different tracks because there's 2 different lengths at Lewis Downs, and then we will have our day at Santa Anita Park. We'll have some downhill racing, and the races. Uh, most of the details of all the downhill races that we're going to have been announced. So you can try to plan ahead if you'd like by going to the downhill racing tab. Here's the field for the Lewis Downs downhill season kickoff spectacular. I went for too many words again because that's the theme. But totally full race, 20, actually a couple more than that tried to sign up, so we had to kick a couple out. But we got a, uh diverse field. Uh, uh, I guess real notable in there is Lemke, who won the Kentucky Derby and the Belmont, by far the most prize money. And in the number one gate, guy's first horse ever is Earl's in Trouble running his first race ever. All right, here's the standings right now. It's not the case that everyone is tied because there was money from our stud fee season. So Kalen and Stefan brought in the most from that. They got a slight lead, and then it's Johnny, Jimmy at the bottom. The biggest spenders were Nate, Charlie, Andrew, and Christian. Um, so I guess enjoy it while you can because our two-time champ is there at the bottom. Speak of the devil, we got Nate here. Nate, happy race day.
Yes, happy race day.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, hey, back-to-back champ. How does your stable stack up in year three compared to your outlook at the start of year two? And do you feel a target on your back?
I think we're pretty similar to last year with two exceptions. That's in Order was my top earning horse through 17 race days last year, but she's retired now. So everyone's going to have to step up and replace her production. But on the plus side, I think our 2-year-old depth is very good with B grade Rag and Bone and two D grades ready to make their debut later this year. As for the second part of the question, I guess I've been feeling the target on my back since the end of season one, so that's not really new, but maybe everyone's annoyance with me is more intense.
They're aiming harder at the target
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was already there. All right, so hey, you're an owner, but you're also a big league observer. Can you tell us
Mhm.
another stable or two that you think could surprise us this year?
I guess that makes me the dark stable detective for right now. Um, I mean,
Boom.
last year Zach Stable was a nice surprise with the 25 wins, and this year I think Christian has a solid stable that can make a good run. Seventh place the last 2 years. No A grade horses, but four B grade horses and a C grade. Lots of D and E grade horses, so I think his is the one to watch.
All right, yeah, he could make some noise. All right, well, Nate, while we're with you, how about some Nate's knowledge?
All right, thank you very, Chris. Our long national nightmare is over. HRFL is back. So it's only our third time in Saudi Arabia, but there is one horse racing today that loves it here. Rise to Votser is in race number 6, and she has won both times that we've been here. In 2024, she won an $8,000 claiming race at 8 furlongs on the dirt. Then in 2025, she won a 10.5 furlong allowance race for G grade females, and now she's going for 10 furlongs on the turf to try for that third win here. Good luck for her and Walt in race number 6. Chris, back to you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, horse to watch. All right, so I'm just enamored with grade A horses, so I'm going to talk about them real quick and who's participating in the Saudi Cup. So here's all the grade A horses in the history of the league. If you missed it, Fashionista is the first horse in our history that improved into being an A grade horse during the off season. Um, all right, so going through them one by one. As for who's in the Saudi Cup, Portugal the Fast retired. She won the first ever Saudi Cup. Sat out last year because she was nursing, but uh, we put her statue in the plaza. She's a big deal, but retired. Beach Carrot is nursing. That was sort of a surprise in the off season, but so she won't be in the Saudi Cup. And then the 3-year-olds are too young. That's what did I just say? Fashionista and Mario Time. Uh, their big stage is when the Triple Crown season comes up just a few weeks from now. Those remaining A grade horses, though, are here and they're in the Saudi Cup. So you got Luck of the Irish, all-time biggest winner, most prize money from stakes races, has never finished worse than third in any race. A little bit of an asterisk is that he's fatigued from breeding in the off season a little bit. Next horse we're highlighting is Checkmate. Was second place in last year's Saudi Cup in a photo finish. It looked like a tie. Um, as now a 7-year-old, this is Checkmate's last chance to win the Saudi Cup. And the very last race that we had, the most recent race we had, Checkmate won. That was the Breeders' Cup Classic, the only race larger than the Saudi Cup in our whole calendar. Apology accepted, has run in the Saudi Cup twice, finished third both times. And the first time was in a field of 8, the next time was in a field of 20. All right, Sounds of the Void is still awaiting their first stakes win and has a little bit of fatigue from the offseason breeding. And then a career debut for Dirksen Caicos. I generated some horses for Guy to join the league. I estimated there was about a 25% chance that an A-grade horse would be generated, and it happened. And then it cost Guy a fortune in the draft, but he went for it. He went Dirksen Caicos. He's got only one other horse that's a grade D or better, so he's a little top heavy, but we'll see what kind of noise Dirksen Caicos can make. All right, here's the full field. There's also plenty of B grade horses. Cafe La Food is a C grade horse with more than one stakes race win. Just absolutely stacked. All right. Everyone's favorite segment, Jimmy, we're going back to for the Dark Horse Detective.
All right. Thank you very much, Chris. I did think about that Saudi Cup for my dark horse, but like you said, that field is stacked. So I did go with the Red Sea Turf Handicap, the penultimate race of the day, of course. And I'm going with a true dark horse. As you can see, we have B's, C's, D's, and one E. I'm going with the E. Brostradamus, Zach owned horse. And, he won all those races last year. Maybe he'll pick up where he left off. But I'm just going for the show. Just top 3 for Brostradamus. As you can see, some tough competition. But likes the long distances and likes the turf as well. So Brostradamus to show in the Red Sea Turf Handicap.
All right. Thanks, Jimmy. All right. We'll be right back for race 1 right after this.
A new mountain is rising out west. Macamaroni and cheese. No bagel, no bagel. Checks in the mail. Lemke. Back-to-back HRFL titles. People say champions aren't born, they're made. Well, this is where we make them. Nate's Stable, where legends are built.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Nicely done.
Yeah, how about that?
I thought it was going to be a Coors Light commercial at first. You're going to sell me some cold beer.
What did Stefan say?
That he needs a copy of that.
I'll put it in. I'll put a link to it on the spreadsheet.
The target is now bigger after that hype video. I'll tell you that. It's huge.
All right. Well, hey, race 1.
What a great way to kick it off. Thank you, Chris. We're heading out here at Lewis Downs in the swamp. Weather's nice for the inaugural Lewis Downs Downhill Season Kickoff Spectacular. I'm with you, Chris. You could have put more words in there. I'd have been good with it. But full field, as we talked about, all 20 gates will be filled. And I'll go ahead and send it to you guys for some news and notes before we get going.
Yeah, we've got 4 previous stakes winners in this race. 2 of them have the triple plus downhill rating, His Boy El Rey and Scam Likely. So my eyes are in that direction.
All right. Yeah, I highlighted before we started, I guess Lemke and Earl's in trouble, but it's a really full field, and it's exciting that we're going to have a downhill race. I guess let's go. This is a
Absolutely.
stakes race, so we got a lot of prize money on the line.
Yes,
kick it
sir.
off.
All right, let's do it. Hey,
Nice.
look at our beautiful downhill track here at Lewis Downs. All 20 horses in the gates. And they're off. Season begins. Seat back and tray table out early. Jeff there in second, uphill both ways there as well. Fumblerooski and Lemke coming out early. 1.21 gigawatts. Name of your first bet. Try again up there in that group. But it's Seatback and Trey Table setting the pace at the halfway point. Jeff there fighting with 1.21 gigawatts. Anybody but Gary now up in the second, trying to track down Seatback and Trey Table. It's the two of them racing away from the field. Jeff trying to keep pace, but it's Seatback and Trey Table. As they come down the stretch, anybody but Gary's right there. It's close. And Seatback and Trey Table with a surge into the finish, wins the race. Anybody but Gary in second, and back and forth. Two of my horses, Immortal Glow and His Boy Elroy for third. It ends up being Immortal Glow, followed by His Boy Elroy, Torrential Downpour, Jeff, Scam Likely, Lemke, uphill both ways, try again, Rusty's Revenge, name of your first bet, Roulette, Fumblerooski, 1.21 gigawatts on the prowl, In the Outlaw, Oh Showtime, Earl's in Trouble, and Mademoiselle the trailer. Congrats to Kaylin, first win of the season in the first race.
And recall, she was in first place anyway, so and now a stakes race win on top of that. Seatback and Trade Table had not won a stakes race before, so we'll introduce them now.
Awesome.
Blood Bay, King of the Hill, or maybe Queen of the Hill. Do you know? Yeah. Up on the top of the hill.
Hilltopper either way.
Hilltopper.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Congrats, Kaylin.
Nicely done. Dominant performance there by Seatback and Trey Table in our first downhill race. And we'll head on to race number 2. Our first allowance race. We've got I's, J's, and K's. And anything you guys looking for?
Well, I know Olong Johnson I highlighted a lot last year, but I just can't understate the dominance last year. 4 wins over the offseason, went up from a J grade to an I grade, so we'll see how they handle that. And they're tied for the most wins among active horses with Apology Accepted and 24/7 Peony Express.
I guess I'm looking at the same one. There's other I grade horses in here who have been I grade horses. So Olong Johnson got the more recent promotion, but yeah, just really dominant last year. Over $100,000 and did that as a J grade horse.
Really impressive.
That's insane.
All
All right,
right.
out to the turf. Here we go, race number 2. And they're off. Both spick and span before the cart. Olong Johnson setting the pace. Hobby Jogger, Central Bank, Eye Candy, Schoolyard Chum, That Ain't Mine, Sensei, and Dignified rounding out our field. And it's before the cart and Central Bank coming around the first turn. Schoolyard Chum there as well. Eye Candy and Sensei making their way up, but it's before the cart with a half-length lead at the halfway point. That Ain't Mine now. Surging up into second. Neck and neck with before the cart, taking the lead now. Both spick and span up into second. And it's That Ain't Mine and both spick and span coming around the last turn. Eye Candy there as well. Central Bank trying to make a run, but That Ain't Mine pulling away from the field. Both spick and span solid second, but That Ain't Mine with the win for Walt. Both spick and span looking to close. Central Bank trying to close fast, but ends up in third. Both spick and span with second place. And then it's Schoolyard Chum before the cart, Olong Johnson, Dignified, Eye Candy, Hobby Jogger, and Sensei. Congrats again to Walt. That ain't mine, but the win is.
That's right. All right. Yeah. Congrats, Walt. Jimmy, you've got a few top 3 finishes already.
Yeah.
All right. And then Olong Johnson, who we highlighted, let's see, 4th, 5th, 6th. So still a little bit of money, but not starting off the way they performed last year.
Indeed.
Mhm.
And I threw every horse in there, so that's what happens sometimes.
All right.
going.
Race 3.
All right, race 3. This one on the dirt. Our first one with a $50,000 purse, and just females only, and only H grade. So looking for a very competitive race. What do you guys see?
I like Joyous Reunion here. They were the second highest H grade female last year behind Superfluous Pizzazz with $73,000 in earnings.
Ooh. I guess Nate may be being humble, but buttons and zips in that.
I was thinking that too.
8 top 3 finishes, and the most prize money in the field coming out of the 2 gate.
Yeah, 63% top 3 finishes in your career.
Yes,
bad,
yeah,
not bad.
that's really not bad. Yeah.
All right, out to the dirt. First race on the dirt here in season 3. Buttons and zips in that out early. Silk Vanilla Creamer also out early with that lead. Conspire, the Rural Juror, Funk So Rubber, all there, but a close race. Preeminence, Glass Slipper Fit, Joyous Reunion, and Never Ending Move rounding out our field. The Rural Juror now with a half-length lead over the field. Joyous Reunion up there into second. Buttons and Zips in that right there. Very close for second and third, but the Rural Juror trying to hold off everybody. As we get close to the last turn, Rural Juror still in first. Glass Slipper Fit not far behind. Preeminence now up into third, and Glass Slipper Fit. Rural Juror nose and nose as we come down the stretch. Buttons and Zip is that trying to make a run along with Preeminence and Joyous Reunion. They do. It's a 5, 6, 7 horse race. Joyous Reunion ends up with the win for Charlie. Buttons and Zips in that for Nate in second, and Free Agent Never Ending Move in third, followed by Preeminence, Glass Slipper Fit, the Rural Juror, Silk Vanilla Creamer, Conspire, and Funk So Rubber. Congrats to Charlie. Man, that was close.
Yeah, and Joyous Reunion hung around the middle, just being quiet, and then look at this charge at the end,
Waiting in the weeds.
and then from here,
Boom.
boom, yeah. Congrats, Charlotte.
Nicely done. All right.
All right.
Horse race number 4. Here we go. We're staying on the dirt. Same parameters. We're just going with the males here instead of the females. H grade, and 9 of them here, and still waiting. I think we had one horse maybe debut in the first race, but we're still waiting for some of the debuts here today. But yeah, should be another nice tight race here, race number 4.
Yeah, Elected to Defer won their last race on race day 15 last year, has a win on turf and synthetic, but not the dirt yet. So we'll see if Elected to Defer can get it done.
All right, and then Nate highlighted Christian's stable in the pregame. Christian's got 2 horses in this one, including I'm Mad at You, who already has 3 career wins.
Indeed. All right, out to the dirt. 9 horses in the gate, and they're off. Hit by a Train and Mediocre Samaritan setting the pace early around the first turn. Body Surfer, Hey Wise Guy now up there. Good Hustle, New Alliance, Cream of the Crop, and I'm Mad at You. Rounding out the field, Body Surfer now up in a second. Hit by a Train, though, setting the pace. Good Hustle now there in that top 3. Cream of the Crop there, but it's a close one. 4-horse race past the halfway point, and the other horses are slowly catching up, but Hit by a Train and Body Surfer continue to set the pace, half length over the field. Cream of the Crop, Good Hustle catching up, though. As we come around the last turn, it's Hit by a Train, passing Body Surfer. Good Hustle now making a run into first, followed by Hit by a Train. I'm Mad at You there in third, and it's back and forth. Hit by a Train there now. I'm Mad at You closing in. Good Hustle's there as well, but it's going to be Hit by a Train winning it for Stefan. Charlie in there was second. Charlie Hustle, Good Hustle, and Body Surfer in third for me, followed by I'm Mad at You, Elected to Defer, Mediocre Samaritan, New Alliance, Cream of the Crop, and Hey Wise Guy rounding out our field. Again, congrats to Stefan on win number 1 of the season.
Congrats. Yeah, congrats, Stefan. How about this? This was at this point in the race, it was father
Almost
versus
photo.
his 2 sons here. With Charlie, Stefan, and Christian being in the top 3.
Nice.
And even look at that. Look at that. Little
Very
family
tight.
rivalry. Then Body Surfer took third, but congrats, Stefan.
Nicely done. All righty. Let's head on to our next race, first claiming race of the season here on the dirt. 9.5 furlongs, just $10,000 to get one of these 12 horses. Just 2 owned, Yellow Submarine and All I Could Afford. But it looks like we've got some debuts here as well. Yin Yang Triplet, Bubba Buffering, and Deliveroo will be racing their first race ever.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got Coach Cleaver here. 10 starts on the dirt, no top 3s on the dirt. So see if Coach Cleaver can improve over last year.
All right, I'm just fascinated by the differences in experience level. We got All I Could Afford in their 16th race, a few in their getting their debuts, some 3-year-olds in this one that raced twice last year, and that's all so far. But so a decent mix.
Absolutely. All right, without further ado, back out to the dirt. And they're off. Coach Cleaver with a nice start, followed by Folk Hero, Doomsday Beacon, Oxford Comma now taking the lead in the first turn. Doomsday Beacon, Det Cetera now up in a second. We've met before, trying to stay up there. And it's Deliveroo jumping into first. Doomsday Beacon not far behind. A 2-horse race past the halfway point. Deliveroo half-length lead over Doomsday Beacon. Digital Clutter now up into third. We've met before as well. Yin Yang Triplet, Oxford Comma, all trying to make a run, but Deliveroo is in first. As we come near the last turn, Doomsday Beacon right there. Bubba Buffering up into second and first, back and forth. Yellow Submarine now making a run and taking the lead. Bubba Buffering is right there. Passes Yellow Submarine for the win at the end. Very nearly a photo finish. Yellow Submarine for Guy in second. Congrats to him. And Deliveroo there in third, followed by We've Met Before, Yin Yang Triplet, Coach Cleaver, Digital Clutter, Doomsday Beacon, All I Could Afford, Oxford Comma, Folk Hero, and Det Cetera. Bubba Buffering.
Oh, it's so close for Guy to get his first win there.
Very close.
Little bit of heartbreak even, but hey, second place is good.
In the money. Yep, in the money.
Yep.
First money for Guy.
Yeah. All right, guys, we had some claims.
Oh, here we go.
All right, let's see here. So, first, Coach Cleaver was claimed by Guy. Oxford Comma was claimed by Stefan. Deliveroo was claimed by Nate. Bubba Buffering, the winner, was claimed by Guy. Oh, I screwed up something here. Digital Clutter was claimed by Nate. And Doomsday Beacon was claimed by Guy.
Nice. So Guy gets second, and he gets the first place horse and 2 others. I think is what I heard.
Yes.
Nice.
I had one number in here twice, so I wonder if I skipped one. If I did, I'll fix it later.
We'll fix it in post.
Fix it in post, yeah. All right, so Guy really grew his stable there, and yeah, that was
And
very
got some money to spend on it too. A
Yeah.
little bit. So, all right. Next race, got a female-only G-grade race. Back to the allowance races. This one a $60,000 purse, 10 furlongs on the turf. As we said, all G-grade, so should be another tight race. And any other notes, fellas?
Yeah, just as I mentioned in the pregame, looking for 3 wins for Rise to Votes here in Saudi Arabia. See if she can get it done.
All right.
Sounds good. All right. Head out to the track. So we said just 7 horses in this one. That means everybody's getting money but one. And they're off. Mount Timpanogos and Moral Hazard setting the pace early. Rise to Vote Sir there as well, followed by our Cantina Nowadays and Selected Varieties. Moral Hazard up in front. Now it's Rise to Vote Sir, Mount Timpanogos, very tight field. Everybody getting their turn here. Up at the top, Mount Timpanogos, though, slight lead over Appetite Circus. Our Cantina now up into second, but Mount Timpanogos trying to pull away. Our Cantina not letting them and taking the lead. Our Cantina now is trying to pull away. Mount Timpanogos in second. Appetite Circus now overtaking, going into second, and it's neck and neck now. Appetite Circus taking the lead. Rise to Vote Sir making a late charge along with Mount Timpanogos and Argentina. Rise to Vote Sir with the late charge gets the victory for Walt. What a performance again. Rise to Vote Sir in Saudi Arabia. Mount Timpanogos with second for Zach, and Argentina third for Stefan. Then it was Appetite Circus Nowadays, Selected Varieties, and Moral Hazard. As Nate said, Rise to Vote Sir. Wow. Loving the Saudi Arabia. Eating it up.
How about that?
It's your horse for course angle for all you gamblers out there.
Nicely done.
All right.
All right, on to the male G's, if you will. Got 11 of them here. And looks like we've got one debut, Belafonte there in gate number 6, their first race ever. And what else do you see, guys? A lot of experience here in this race.
Yeah, a lot of experience, especially prospectus. has the most entries in HRFL history. So keeping that going for Prospectus and Brett.
All right, yeah. So it's going to be the first horse to get to 20 races.
That's
Um,
right.
Another thing interesting about Belafonte is he was a 2-year-old last year and could have raced. Was drafted by Alex, but Alex just chose not to race him. And then this is another one where we've got a sort of mid-grade horse of Nate's that just really performs with 6 top 3 finishes and by far the most prize money in the field here.
All right. Stage is set. Let's go back out to the turf. Get the last horse in the gate, and they're off. Regular but Friday, what have you, and Prickly Pete. Trio setting the pace early. Sincerest form there, along with Speakeasy, chairman of the board. Citronaut, Play Make Believe, Belafonte, General So, and Prospectus. What have you taken a lead? There, regular but Friday, Prickly Pete keeping pace halfway through, chairman of the board now, trying to get up into that first group along with Prospectus, but it's what have you and regular but Friday now in first. Prickly Pete and what have you right behind there. Regular but Friday, though, getting overtaken by both. What have you and Prickly Pete. 1-2 for Zach, chairman of the board now, making a run and gets into first. It's chairman of the board and what have you, back and forth. Speakeasy's there as well. Regular but Friday, sincerest form. 5-6 horse race, and it's a photo finish. It's going to be regular but Friday. Yes, with the win. Sincerest form for Stefan in second, and chairman of the board for Christian in third, followed by what have you, Prickly Pete, Speakeasy, Play Make Believe, Citronaut, General So, Belafonte, and Prospectus. Ow!
Congrats, Jimmy. First one of the year.
Number one.
Yeah, first year of the win for first year of the win. First one of the year for Jimmy. And how about how close these two were?
Photo finish, closest finish of the
Right
day
there.
there.
Yeah. All right, congrats, Jimmy.
I really
Thank you, thank
appreciate
you.
Jimmy's dedication to the what have you or whatever.
I can't help it.
You just switch
was-
it back and forth.
My sixth grade teacher. That's what it is. What have you?
What have you? Do the whole thing,
Oh.
Jimmy. What would you
Well,
say?
yeah. It was a gifted class, but we were all smart asses, and she didn't realize it. So we just talked all the time, and then finally she's like, "All right, I'm gonna have a sign-in sheet, and you're gonna have to sign in with a pen, pencil, what have you, whenever I tell you to shut up or something." Yeah, it was great. So
Pain pencil, what have you?
if she didn't say it, there was even one of my friends, like, she didn't say it one time, and he's like, you're not gonna say what have you? Like, no, dude, too far. All right,
All right,
on
Nate,
to the next one here.
yeah, we got race number 8.
We got
What are we
race number
looking
8 and what have you. Here,
Yeah.
9 horses ready to rock. F grade, F for Fenton. What else you got, guys?
The Professor won last year's equivalent of this race number 8 for F grade males, 9 furlongs on the dirt. So maybe not exactly a repeat, but see if they can do it.
Which one was that?
Oh, sorry, I did the wrong race. I scrolled too far in my notes.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, we'll get to
No
that.
worries,
Sounds
no worries.
intriguing. That sounds intriguing when we do get to it.
Yeah, we'll get there. Gluten intolerance is this race. No career top 5s, but looking to make a good first impression for Guy.
All right. Let's do that.
nice. All right. Out to the dirt, and they're off. Up dog with the early lead, followed by Qualis, Two Nombre, Seize the Means, Banjo, and Wonderbat up there in the group, but Up dog setting that pace early. Wonderbat and Banjo trying to stay with them. Qualis, Two Nombre, Seize the Means, Captain Whatnot trying to get there, but it's Home Movies, Gluten Intolerance, Quarter for the Bus rounding out the field. Up dog, though, running this race, full length lead over Wonderbat. Wonderbat in a strong second right now, but Banjo Sees the Means. Qualis, Two Nombre catching up fast. Up dog, though, no mercy, going to the finish line. Almost a 2-length lead over the entire field. Sees the Means there in second now, and it's going to be a fight here. Qualis, Two Nombre making it close, and it's Qualis, Two Nombre with the victory. Photo finish for third. It ends up being Wonderbat for Mark, and then it Sees the Means. Home Movies, Banjo, Gluten Intolerance, Quarter for the Bus, and Captain Whatnot. But congrats to Walt, second victory of the day, and Up Dog. What up, dog?
Yeah, what's up, dog? But that's Up Dog's 6th start and 3rd win.
Woo!
Congrats to Updog. I just finally looked at the comments from after Nate's commercial, and they're great. I have chills. Better, yeah. I legitimately thought this was an ad. Amazing work. Good job, Nate.
Nicely
Thank you.
done.
Thank you. You can see how much time I had on my hands in the off season. So.
By the way, Nate also won our fantasy football league.
Yeah, god damn it.
You don't need to remind everybody of that.
Yeah, you really don't. I don't know what that is.
Uh,
Kicking us when we're down here.
all right.
No,
If
it's
it
not-
helps,
it's not-
I'm not
you-
that
you
good
lost.
at reality. So.
No, but Chris lost too, though, so that's all right. He
Yeah.
all good. Chris with the one of the most unlucky had more points than God and couldn't make the playoffs. But I digress. Let's move on to race number 9.
All right.
Males only. F for Fenton. And as Nate mentioned in the last race, we're looking at the professor.
Yes,
down
the
there.
professor. Now
Small
I
boy.
can mention the professor.
And yeah, what else you got, guys?
I mean, that was my thing.
Or was
yeah,
that
so,
it? That's it. Okay.
I mean, I have notes for other horses, but I would have to look and see what's most interesting. But yeah, that was the one I highlighted.
What was the note for the professor?
They won last year's equivalent of this race, which was
Right.
the F grade males 9 furlongs on the dirt. So kind of a repeat if they can win. So I'll count it.
All right. And then this is another one of those mid-grade Brett horses that has run a ton. Gadsden Tide in their 19th race.
Nice. All right. All right, out to the dirt. Here we go. And they're off. Track Star, Forget About It, Future World, Rickety Cricket setting the pace early. Track Star with that quick start. Deep Blue Sea now taking the lead away. And Gadsden Tide making their way up into the top 3. Deep Blue Sea, Track Star, and Gadsden Tide setting the pace halfway through. Paid Actor and the Escher House, along with Jacuzzi Snowfall, trying to make their way up. But Deep Blue Sea starting to pull away from the field. Paid Actor making a late run here in second. Slowly catching up with Deep Blue Sea. Gadsden Tide's there in third, making a run as well. But Deep Blue Sea keeps pulling away every time they get close. Gadsden Tide and Paid Actor now running second. Paid Actor into second. Jacuzzi Snowfall up into the third, along with the Escher House. To Forget About It. Photo finish for second after Deep Blue Sea dominated the field. It ends up being the Escher House in second for Christian. Jacuzzi Snowfall in third for Alex, followed by Forget About It, Paid Actor, Gizmo Ghoul, Clip Clop, Gadsden Tide, Savvy Play 2, Track Star, The Professor, Future World, The Old Elm Tree, and Rickety Cricket rounding out the field. But Charlie, another win. Congrats, Deep Blue Sea.
Well, he unmuted. Congrats, Charlie.
Charlie.
Woo! There he is. All right. All right. I think it's about time to hype a little bit that the Red Sea Turf Handicap and Saudi Cup are coming up. The Saudi Cup, the second biggest race of the whole year. Super impactful. And then the Red Sea Turf Handicap, I think, is the 6th highest paying race of the year. So huge stuff tonight coming up.
That's right. Big races on the schedule here tonight. That'll be races 15 and 16. And let's get race 10 going here. The E grade females, 10 of them, and 4 of them owned by me. So really playing the odds here tonight. What else you guys got?
Yeah, I highlighted Barcelona in this race. 2 second place finishes in their 3 career starts. So getting off to a good jump in their career.
All right,
Nice.
let's see if Jimmy loading up the field pays off.
All right. Horses are in the gate and they're off. Instrucciones out early along with Freedom Sound. Dance Cards full in Barcelona in that first group as well. Lucy Level excited. Swamp Knocker making their way up, but it's Instrucciones setting the pace in the back stretch. Dance Cards full now taking the lead. Barcelona there. And we've got a 4, 5, 6, 7 horse race as we're coming through the halfway point. Leader switching back and forth. It's now Dance Cards full. Frequent Flyer Miles falling down a bit. Barcelona now taking the lead. Swamp Knocker's there. It's back and forth. Could be any horse here. Instrucciones is now in the lead. Freedom Sound's there. Barcelona, Frequent Flyer Miles making a run. And it's going to be Freedom Sound's right there, but it's Instrucciones for Stefan. Second win of the day. Freedom Sound in second. Barcelona there in third, followed by Swamp Knocker, Dance Cards Full, Frequent Flyer Miles, Liberty, Work Burnout, Jealous Lover, and Lucy Level Excited, rounding out our field. Congrats again, Stefan, on the second win of the day.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, congrats, Stefan.
Nice.
All right. And Jimmy, second and fourth.
Yep,
Nate
yep.
highlighted Barcelona. That's another top 3 finish for them.
Nice. All right. Race number 11. We've got the males only, $75,000 per short one on the dirt. And as you can see, I loaded up on this one as well. 4 horses in the field. What else do you guys got?
I've got my own Standard Bearer. They were great in 2024 with 2 wins and second in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, but 0 for 5 last year. So looking to rebound for Christian.
All right, let's see.
All right. Heading out to the dirt. And they're off on the circuit. Evergreen Terrace, Combustication, and Boom Shakalaka out early. Standard Bearer, Jumbo Cheesema, fix it in post there as well with Cabra Khan, the Dude Abides, and Inventory Stickler. But on the circuit, they're out here with Standard Bearer at the halfway point with the lead. Evergreen Terrace getting up there into the trio, but Standard Bearer leading as they come around the back stretch on the circuit. Boom Shakalaka's right there. Cabra Khan now making a run. Standard Bearer, though, pulling away full length over the field. Jumbo Cheesema making a run into second and trying to catch Standard Bearer. Standard Bearer holding him off right now. Evergreen Terrace also making a run, but it's going to be close. Evergreen Terrace is right there. Standard Bearer holds off for the win for Christian on the circuit, ending up in second for me. And then it's Cabra Khan in third. Jumbo Cheesema fourth, followed by Fix It in Post, Evergreen Terrace, Boom Shakalaka, Inventory Stickler, Combustication, and The Dude Abides down in the cellar. But it's Christian. Another win. Standard Bearer.
Congrats, Christian, and maybe Standard Bearer doing that rebound Nate wondered about.
Ooh.
Put in a lot of work in the offseason. Seems to pay it off so far.
Indeed. A lot of Wetzel wins here so far as well. I'm
Yeah.
keeping track, but on to our second claiming race. This one, $45,000 to claim one of these horses. And we're going to do this one on the synthetic track here at Lewis Downs. As you can see, we've got one E grade in the race, NJ Naysayer. What else you see, guys? Got Going to Bed Early making their debut, along with State Street and 7200 South.
I'm looking at my former horse Arbitrary Lines. 2 wins on dirt, 2 wins on turf, giving synthetic a try for the first time.
All right. I'm interested in seeing the debut horses and how they do.
Nice. All right. Out to our beautiful synthetic track here at Lewis Downs
Well, this one's in Saudi Arabia.
in Saudi Arabia. Good enough.
It's also beautiful.
That's right. Double venues today. Exciting race day 1. Last horse getting into the gate, and they're off. War Declaration and Peace Treaty. Ironically, they're running it early. Arbitrary Lines now up into first. 621's Tiny Dancer. NJ Naysayer, Hot Sauce all up there in that top group. Chocolate Mercury now there as well. Remaining Caboodle trying to get up there, but it's NJ Naysayer and 621's Tiny Dancer setting the pace. Hot Sauce, Chocolate Mercury up there. Chocolate Mercury now taking the lead. Hot Sauce there in second. Sudden Burst, making a sudden burst, or at least trying. Hot Sauce holding everybody off. It's Chocolate Mercury, though, going for the win. Huge lead over the field. Hot Sauce trying to hold off NJ Naysayer. They don't. NJ Naysayer now in second and finishes strong. Gets second. Sudden Burst into third at the end there, followed by Buzz, Hot Sauce, War Declaration, Arbitrary Lines, 621's Tiny Dancer, State Street, and 7200 South. Remaining Caboodle, Peace Treaty, and Going to Bed Early. Looked like they did go to bed early with that last place finish, but it's Guy getting the win. Chocolate Mercury. Congrats to our rookie stable master.
All right.
Yeah, congrats, Guy. There's the first win.
Nicely done.
All right, we had some claims.
Oh yeah.
All right,
What do we got, Chris?
Yeah. Sudden Burst was claimed by Guy.
Ooh.
As was War Declaration and Going to Bed Early. So that's the fourth, fifth, and sixth, I believe.
Nice.
Wait, one,
A guy
two,
building up that stable.
three. Yeah, and because of the money spent on Dirks and Caicos in the draft, he really kind of had a sparse stable, but he's added 6 horses, I think, now already today. Building that stable.
Nicely done, guy. Yes. Jumping right in to HRFL. Like to see that. All right, just a few more races left, of course. 15 and 6. We've got 2 more races before the Red Sea Turf Handicap, and that one will be followed by, of course, the Saudi Cup. But let's do race 13, our last claiming race of the day. $95,000. So a little bit better field here, and it's going to be a short one on the dirt. We've got 13 ready to roll, and a good amount of D grade horses here in this race. Look for them to do well. And as you see there, few debuts: Metaverse, Orange Blossom, Dork Dynamite. Gotta love that one, and Culprit as well. What else you guys see?
I'm looking at Spoinkinator. Good end to last year, a win, show, and a place. Now racing for Stefan, looking to continue that good form.
I'm going to talk about guys draft again. So again, because of so much money spent on Dirks and Caicos, there were D grade horses that he couldn't afford, and they find themselves in this race.
Nice. All right. So look forward to some more possible claims after the race. Let's get the race underway, though. Last horse in the gate, and they're off on a technicality out early, along with Conundrum, followed by Susanna, off color, Orange Blossom now jumping into the lead. Susanna not far behind, Pro Skater up in the top 3. A-Goat Tactics there as well. Dork Dynamite in the top 5. Susanna taking the lead, though, halfway through. Orange Blossom overtaking them, and it's Orange Blossom, A-Goat Tactics, Dork Dynamite there. And now it's A-Goat Tactics with the lead, trying to stretch it over Susanna. Dork Dynamite right there as well, on a technicality, making a late run up into second, trying to catch A-Goat Tactics as we come down the stretch on a technicality, pushing A-Goat Tactics, but can't do it. Brett and A-Goat Tactics win the race on a technicality in second for Charlie, followed by Orange Blossom in third. Then it's Culprit, Conundrum, Let's Not Say We Did, Susanna, Sporkinator, Pro Skater, Off Color, Dork Dynamite, Metaverse, and Goose Knuckle. Congrats to Brett. Win number 1.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, congrats, Brett. He's in the chat. He's excited about it.
Nice,
Um,
nice.
Real overperformance by Let's Not Say We Did, by the way, a K grade horse. Being a
Yeah, that
bunch
was
of
really good.
Nicely
D
done, getting
grade
in the money
horses.
there, yeah. All right, Chris.
All right. But yeah,
We got
congrats,
some
Charlie.
claims.
Or, I mean, congrats, Brett, that is.
Yeah, congrats to
Now,
Brett.
let's see. There were. All right. And
Alrighty.
this is big money too. This is very
95,000.
95,000. So, all right, Spoinkinator was claimed by a guy,
Wow.
as was Dork Dynamite and Pro Skater.
There you go, bringing them all in.
So, guy really loaded up. Now, this is guy spent about $500,000 on claims today. So, a very expensive day. We'll see. You know, Dirks and Caicos can make up most of that, or maybe all of that, with a win in the Saudi Cup. So all eyes are on that. And if not in the Saudi Cup, you know, there's some other big races that having an A grade horse can really pay off for. But yeah, guy going in real big on the claims in day 1.
For sure. And we'll see how that works out. Nice to see that participation early on, though. Very nice.
Yes.
All right. Our last allowance race of the day is going to be on the synthetic turf. And almost a full field here. Got a few A grade horses and some B grade. I'll let the boys take it away and tell me what you see.
Yeah, even though this is an allowance race, 4 stakes wins, 4 stakes places, 1 show. So a lot of talent in this field just for an allowance race.
Yeah, and then this race, of course, well, the Saudi Cup and Red Sea Turf Handicap, as well as the Lewis Downs Downhill Season Kickoff Spectacular, are not open to 3-year-olds. So this is the race that's designed for the best of the best 3-year-olds if they want to race on day 1. So you've got two A grade horses. What did I just say? In Fashionista from Brett's stable. The two of the stakes wins that Nate just mentioned, and otherwise a real stacked field.
Absolutely. All righty. Without further ado, out to the synthetic track here at King Abdul Aziz Racetrack, and they're off. What did I just say? Setting a fast pace early. Saboteur 84-032 along with Bamboozler, Nashville and T behind there. But what did I just say? Jumping out. Nashville and T finally trying to get close here, but the halfway point, what did I just say is setting the pace? A blistering pace. Nashville and T, Civic Duty now making a run there into second. Fashionista trying to make it run as well. But what did I just say? Holding everybody off. Fashionista, though, right there. They're running 1-2 for Brett. Running away from the field. Down the stretch they come. Papernick and as stated are running 3-4, but nobody's going to catch. What did I just say? Or Fashionista. It's the 1-2 for Brett. Civic Duty passes everybody else into third. Followed by Cootie Queen, Divine Intervention, Saboteur 84032, rounding out the money. And then it's Supply and Demand as a 6, as stated. Papernick, Flatlander, Captain Deadpool, Nashville and T, Bamboozler, Genghis Khan Man, Bryce's Fester, Sweet as Honey, and The Collector. Congrats to Brett, first and second in this big allowance race.
Yes, and he's in the chat. He's excited about this one too. All right, so the Kentucky Derby and other Triple Crown races are right around the corner. Everyone's on notice. Brett and his two A grade horses dominant in this one, first and second. There is one other A grade 3-year-old. It's Johnny's Mario Time. But what did I just say in Fashionista? Both already won stakes races and dominant today. They're showing their stuff.
Indeed. All right. The stands are packed. Everybody's ready here. Our final two stakes races of the day here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. First off, the Red Sea Turf Handicap. Just 9 horses in this field, but a lot of talent, as we talked about. Of course, my dark horse there, Brostradamus, the E grade in the 9 gate. But boys, tell me about the horses that really have a chance here.
Yeah, Good Authority is the clear favorite, but no top threes in 3 stakes attempts and the double negative on the turf. We'll see how that affects the race.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, I guess I'll highlight Runt. Clearly the most wins, stakes win in the past. A lot of these wins were during the beginning of the first season, so it's hasn't been as much success since really 2 years ago, but also likes the distance and the surface.
Absolutely, Chris. I actually looked at Runt as a possible dark horse, but I just couldn't do it in good conscience with those 4 career wins. So I went with Brostradamus. But yeah, Runt definitely one to look at here in the Red Sea Turf Handicap. Let's go.
In terms of numbers of races today, what would you call this one, Jimmy?
This would be your penultimate race of the day. Race day 1, season 3. And beautiful turf awaiting the Red Sea Turf Handicap as we get the last few horses in the gate. And they're off in the Red Sea Turf Handicap. Jazz checks in the mail and Runt setting the pace early along with Enchantment as they come around the first turn. Jazz taking a slight lead. Good Authority now up into second. Runt running third. And the rest of the field not far behind. Checks in the mail now up in the third, but it's Jazz running in first. Good Authority there in a solid second. Checks in the Runt not far behind. Jazz trying to pull away almost a half-length lead over the field as we approach the final turn. Good Authority solid in second. And third place is going back and forth between everybody, but it's Dig a Little Depa now up in taking the lead. Dig a Little Depa. Dig a Little Deepa. I'm going to get it right because they win. And it's my horse. Dig a Little Deeper with the win. Good Authority, solid second place, and Runt ending up in third, followed by OIC, Enchantment, and Checks in the Mail, Jazz, Brostradamus, and Folklore, finishing out our 9-horse field. But hey, let's dig a little deeper.
Dig a little deeper. Congrats, Jimmy.
Let's go.
Check out this. So you had Jazz with a big lead for Jimmy, and Dig a Little Deeper down near the bottom. Dig a Little Deeper, and look at that.
Yeah, they almost flipped, didn't they?
They did.
Started digging deep there.
Look how they flipped it from there. And Jazz had a huge lead.
Yeah,
Deep at the back. Jazz didn't have
just ran out of.
the fuel left for the 12 furlongs, but Dig a
Yeah.
Little Deeper did.
All right, great race, great Red Sea Turf handicap here in Riyadh,
Uh,
and we've got
let's see.
one more race to go, everybody.
Yes, and I got a picture here of Dig a Little Deeper, first time
Oh, nice.
stakes winner, and I just got to find how to find it. But here, let's Nate, why don't
Hey.
you build up some suspense? Start telling us about
Yeah,
this.
we can't. Well, we can't remind everybody enough. Got Triple Crown races coming eventually here, and yeah, we can crank up the hype here for the Saudi Cup, our third annual final race of race day number 1 here in season 3. As we said, our first ever double venue broadcast. Great job, Chris, Nate, everybody on the broadcast. And as you can see, look at those A-grade horses. Sounds of the Void, Luck of the Irish, Checkmate, Dirks and Caicos making their debut, Apology Accepted. And man, this is going to be crazy. Nate, you got some other
Yeah.
notes? This is a hell of a
Yeah,
race
so
we
much,
got coming here.
so much going on here. Luck of the Irish and Checkmate are the only horses in HRFL with a minimum of 6 starts that have never finished outside of the top 3, and they're starting next to each other.
Wow.
Ooh, shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, how about Apology Accepted with the 11 top 3 finishes? I think it was only one stakes race win though, out of I think it was 11 starts.
I
11
believe you're right.
stakes race
Yes.
starts. Just the one win, a lot of success in the other races. Third in this race twice. Dirks and Caicos is just exciting to have an A-grade debut, and a big win could pay for all those horses Guy bought today.
That'd be nuts.
Yeah, that
Um,
would be.
Here-
What a
Here's
way to
a
round out the day.
here's a quick peek at Dig a Little Deeper.
Hey,
Red Sea
beautiful
Turf
horse.
handicap champion.
Very nice. Awesome. Awesome.
All right, hey, second biggest race of the year. This is bigger than the Kentucky Derby, everybody.
That's right. It's a big one. You're at King Abdulaziz Racetrack, the third annual Saudi Cup. And the last horses getting into the gate. And they're off at the Saudi Cup here in Riyadh, As If and the Dark Crusader out to an early lead. What the Fluff now up into second, but As If setting the pace around the first turn. Recency Bias into second now. Checkmate there as well. And Recency Bias, Checkmate, Luck of the Irish in that front group. There's What the Fluff as well. As If, the Dark Crusader. There, we've got a close one here. 4, 5, maybe 8 horses all right there going back and forth. Distracted now in the lead. As we get close to the last turn, Checkmate overtakes them and tries to pull away, but Apology Accepted is right there as well. There's As If, Luck of the Irish there as well. We're down the stretch. It could be anybody's race. Checkmate now in the lead. Sounds of the Void there, but Checkmate blowing away the field late. Apology Accepted ends up in second. Sounds of the Void in third, followed by Luck of the Irish, Recency Bias, Dirks and Caicos getting in the money there. And then it's WTFY the Face, Distracted, As If, There Is No Spoon, The Dark Crusader, Snacky Chan, What the Fluff, Ambush, Cafe Little Food, I Know You Are, But What Am I, and Macamaroni and Cheese rounding out our field. But Kalen, I'm sorry, that's Alex. I get those colors messed up. Alex with the win, checkmate. Let's
Yeah.
go. And then me and
Congrats.
Brett there, second and third too. Nicely done.
Yeah, congrats to Alex and the win. Checkmate also won the Breeders' Cup at the end of last year.
That's
And
right.
here's another part of the storyline. This was Checkmate's last chance to win this race. I'll show you just real quick how the Saudi Cup ended last year. So you can see
Ooh.
what Checkmate's probably been thinking about for a year. This was last year. Pernicious has
Oh, that
retired.
photo finish.
Boom. Has avenged the finish with a win here. Now, oftentimes A-grade horses aren't the winners in these huge races. I think I was thinking about it the other day.
Yeah.
Between the Saudi Cup, Breeders' Cup Classic, and the Triple Crown races, the 5 biggest, a B-grade horse has won once. D-grade horses have won 4 times, and then some A-grade horses. The A-grade horses really showed up in this one. First,
Dominant.
second,
Mhm.
third, fourth, and sixth. So yeah, I don't know.
Almost all the money.
Exciting, yeah, exciting race. Congrats to Alex, huge win.
Absolutely. Congrats again to Alex, all our winners today, as Chris gets our standings updated here.
I'm gonna put a little asterisk on this. I have to double check that one claims race because I had one number listed twice. So if this might
Right.
somebody's number might adjust by like $10,000. But here we go. Keep watching.
Yeah.
Should really shake things up here. Once it loads. There it goes.
Boom. Let's go.
Look at that. Despite
Winner, chicken dinner.
Alex winning
Stop the count. Stop the count.
Stop the count. Despite Alex winning the Saudi Cup, Jimmy moves into first. And
Let's go.
Wow.
it's because he won the Red Sea Turf Handicap and he got second in the Saudi Cup and he had a $95,000 claim. The guy bought Pro Skater from Jimmy.
Had some other little minor wins there too, or some places
Yeah, two
Shows.
wins on the day.
peppered in.
Kalen and Stefan, who started in the top two, still up there in third and fourth. And then Brett, who had the two wins, they didn't happen early in the day though. They happened in the more expensive races. Walt 3 wins on day one, and you see how they otherwise round out. Guy got the win, spent a lot on his stable. We'll see how he can make that up, but he's also otherwise built up a stable for the long term.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else from you guys? Any last comments or notes?
No,
Just
great
say-
race day. We're back.
All
Yeah,
right.
season
We are
3.
back. That's
Well,
right.
hey-
Season 3.
You'd all met Checkmate before. There it is again.
Nice.
It's a picture we've seen a whole lot.
Very nice. Looks playful there. Looks ready to go.
All right. Hey, we're underway.
Nice.
In 2 weeks, we'll be back at Lewis Downs for a heavy downhill day.
All right. Looking forward to it. Of course, we had our first downhill race today. Great day of racing, everybody. Congrats to all the winners. And I look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks, right back here at Lewis Downs. For Nate Willett, Chris Lewis, I'm Jimmy Rakes. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good one, everybody.